last week we also talked about spiritual successor to Suikoden, which is Eiyuden Chronicles. So they had a Kickstarter. They announced a Kickstarter last week, and it hit its goal in 2 hours. So this is pretty crazy. I think at the time when I actually checked the amount, I think they had reached 1.5 million within one day, which is pretty crazy. Now, Suikoden is not the biggest known series, and it's a Konami franchise, and we'll talk a little bit about Konami later. But
Oh, yes.
that means it hit its stretch goals for the console releases. So originally it was only going to be on PC until they, I guess, hit those stretch goals. So apparently now, assuming that it does get actually produced, you never know with Kickstarter, but it'll be coming to Xbox One, PS4, Xbox Series X, PS5, and I guess whatever Nintendo console is the most relevant at the time, whether it's Switch or the next one. I kind of doubt at this point that it will actually come to Xbox One and PS4, just looking at the timeline and stuff. But hey, maybe it's further along than what we know. But they've been pretty upfront, similar to other Kickstarters where this is more, I guess, for them to then prove to investors that they've got what they need to sell this game and produce. And this is almost just for, I guess, the added extras that they want to add to it. So yeah.
Yeah, because the Kickstarter, the goals, that's not enough, even for a game as scaled down as this. So, what do you call it these days? It's almost like a 2.5D RPG, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not really a term for this, but I feel like in 5 years' time there probably will, because I feel like more games like this will come out.
But I mean, there've been games like this coming out since the PlayStation era, so it's not a new thing. But they've just obviously had a spurt of popularity with Octopath and things like that. So
yeah, but it's not like the budget's certainly not enough to actually make a game like this. But yeah, to be fair, like you said, they're calling it out and sort of saying, yep, like they want to demonstrate that people are interested in this. And I certainly think the amount of money that they raised, they've kind of proved that pretty quickly. And, it still blows my mind how much this looks like Octopath Traveler. Like, I feel like if you just take the images, it's just so crazy. It's like a carbon copy almost.
Yeah, the good thing though is that it will actually be a very different style of JRPG.
Yeah.
Because just knowing what I know about Octopath, I still have yet to actually play that game, but just knowing that the way that the progression works and I guess how the narrative weaves in with the different characters you choose from the beginning, it sounds like very different than what Suikoden has done in the past. I could be wrong. Again, maybe there's a Suikoden game that plays exactly like Octopath. I don't know about, but but it does look very similar. But hey, it's last week, bring it on. And more games that
and it
look
looks
like
awesome.
this.
It looks awesome.
Better.
Yeah, I agree. I like the aesthetic and it looks awesome. And, it's good that games like Bloodstained have done well. And I think it's starting to prove that those kind of games people want to play, and hint to that studio behind a lot of those IP that people are desperate to come out. And I know that you're going to cover that a little bit later.
Yes.